Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Canada's immigration backlog has now exceeded 2 million people. This was mainly due to the introduction of the Canada-Ukraine Authorization for Emergency Travel due to the ongoing war. The temporary and permanent residence backlog has been increasing. However, the citizenship backlog went down to about 400,000 persons in April compared to more than 453,000 people back in March. Among all of this, Canada has also announced new immigration fees for 2022. The last increase in fees was back in 2020 when IRCC announced it would increase fees every 2 years to adjust for inflation. Now, do we need to worry because of this fee increase, huge backlog, or the impact the backlog will have on current immigration applications? All this and more will be covered in today's video. Hey guys, this is Jason from Team Canada. If you're new to the channel, I show people how to save their money and immigrate to new countries through my videos without the help of any immigration consultants or agents or lawyers. You can find all the process instructions for you to apply on your own through this channel. Subscribe now because all the information provided here is completely free and I answer all your queries in the comment section and on my social handles on Instagram and Twitter, so don't forget to follow us there as well. You can even get in touch with us directly via WhatsApp on the number shared on the screen. Coming to the first part, which is the increase in fees. Canada increased fees for all permanent residence applications on April 30th, 2022. The fee revisions reflected on economic, permit holder, family, and humanitarian classes. Now, what you have to remember is that even though there has been an increase in fees for a lot of immigration programs, Canada's immigration fees are still lesser than countries with similar immigration systems such as Australia, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Here is a list of programs that saw an increase in their permanent residence fees. As you can see here, the right of permanent residence fee has been increased from $500 to $515. Express Entry, PNP's Quebec and Atlantic programs, along with economic pilots like the rural and agri-food pilots, saw an increase from $825 to $850. Caregiver programs saw an increase from $550 to $570, and business programs saw an increase from $1,575 to $1,625, while you have to shell out $25 more for an accompanying spouse now and $5 more for an accompanying child. The fees for family reunification visas for spouses, children, parents, grandparents, and other relatives have also increased, so as the fees for humanitarian and compassionate classes, along with public policies and permit holders. As you can see, the fees for all of these classes have not increased by a lot, so it should make little to no impact to potential immigrants. That being said, we can expect another fee revision after 2 years. Now, coming to the backlog and its impact on immigration applications. There was a huge panic a few months ago when IRCC had disclosed that they had a backlog of around 1.8 million people, but now they've announced a backlog of more than 2 million people, which sounds even more terrifying. As you can see here, the initial backlog reported was around 1.4 million in July 2021, which steadily rose to 1.8 million by December 2021, and it has continued to rise ever since. It currently stands at a little over 2 million people. Now, the biggest chunk of these gains between March and April this year is from temporary residence applications, which actually make up for more than half of the backlog at 1.1 million people. These applicants would include those applying for work and study permits, work and study extensions, along with visitor permits as well. This inventory for temporary resident visas and work permits has increased significantly recently with the introduction of the Canada-Ukraine Authorization for Emergency Travel, and this program allows IRCC to bring people from Ukraine to Canada through existing temporary resident visa processes, networks, and infrastructure. Do note that this is a temporary residence pathway and not a refugee program. So you can be assured that the seats for permanent residents are not being taken by people applying from Ukraine. Now, do you need to panic after seeing this huge backlog? The answer is no, and I'll tell you why. As of April 11th, 2022, the permanent residence inventory stood at about 530,000 people, up from nearly 519,000 in March, which is a small increase experienced across each PR category. However, One great piece of information is that there has been a reduction in the express entry backlog, just as IRCC had promised would happen. In April, there were around 45,000 express entry applicants waiting on decisions, down from about 52,000 people in March. This means that at least 7,000 people have received their PR in the span of 1 month. This reduction in the express entry backlog was actually the main reason Immigration Minister Sean Fraser announced that all program draws would resume in July and processing times will return to 6 months for most new applicants. Another assuring factor is that the Government of Canada has allocated an additional $85 million to IRCC to reduce wait times for newcomers. This funding is directed towards hiring new processing staff, digitizing applications, and reallocating work among IRCC offices around the world. Basically, anything that can help reduce the processing time for all the immigration applications received by IRCC. So, as a conclusion, if you're in the express entry pool right now, or if you're thinking about creating an express entry profile, you don't need to worry at all, and you should in fact go ahead and create your profile and have it ready in the express entry pool for when the draws resume in July. Creating an express entry profile is completely free and you need only your language test score and your ECA report for it. You can create your profile yourself. There's no need for any immigration lawyer or consultant, as it's really easy to do on your own in around 15 to 20 minutes. I've made a detailed video on the step-by-step profile creation process in which I've demonstrated how to create a GC key and what to fill on each page on each form. You can find this video in the description box. Do have a look at it and create your express entry profile for free today. Alright guys, so those were the updates on the backlog and the increase in PR fees. For more immigration and travel tips, subscribe to this channel now. Do like this video if you like the content and comment what topic you would like to hear about next. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe for regular updates on immigration and don't forget to follow us on Instagram as well. I wish you the best of luck for your application and hope you have a great day.